All right, here we go. Players are out waiting on the stripes, though. Heard there was some issues with the refs for our game getting here or being here. So the last refs may pull some double duty. Haven't seen them out on the ice yet. Players have come out, but no nets. So championship game, Rolling Thunder, 16U. Rematch from Friday night. Chesterfield Falcons in the black, just down the road about 20 miles south of us here on 64. And your Kansas City Knights made the trip over down I-70. Knights taking the Friday night matchup 2-1. Very close, hard-fought game. Chesterfield's always had a solid program, so don't really expect anything different than tonight's or this afternoon. Tamaris will be in net again for the Falcons. We'll see who gets the call over here for the Knights between Smith and Russo. Looks like Smith is coming over there for warm-up, so I'm guessing Smith will be the starter for the Knights. Hopefully a little cleaner game. Had a little brawl Friday night. So hopefully none of that. Frazel's back. In uniform tonight. Bojangles and Cunningham are back. Made a trip back home last night after the Dallas game yesterday afternoon. Little homecoming ceremonies or something. I don't know what was going on. And so they missed the Saints game last night. 6-0 victory for the Knights. That put them in the championship game 3-0. Chesterfield has been torching everybody after they played us. Lost us 2-1, like I said, but then they've got a 7-1 and a 6-1 victory. So they've been lighting up the scoreboard. Knights have done a pretty good job at it too, with a 4-1 victory over Dallas and a 6-0 victory over hometown rival there, the Kansas City Saints. There's some refs. All right. 1 minute remaining in warm-ups, and we'll get the championship game here for Rolling Thunder out of Wentzville Ice Arena in Wentzville, Missouri underway. Sounds like Scatabo was in here for the Falcons down there at their end in the old But he's playing some NFL football today, so I'm quite sure he's not over here today, but all right, here we go. Chit chat is over down by the goals. Pucks are picked up. Full lineups from both teams. They got their 2 players that were suspended from the fight back in, I'm assuming. See the Knights send out here. Looks like it'll be Big Guns Gunner Smith. Zwellenberg and Banks will start off on the forward line. Cunningham and Com on the defense. Trent Smith in net for the Knights. Tamaris will be in net for the Falcons. Smith's in, and Knights win the faceoff. That'll come back to Com. He'll go D to D over to Cunningham. Cunningham trying to cross ice to Banks. Loose puck now in the neutral zone. This will be grabbed by the Falcons. They'll go D to D, cycling it over far side. Look for the cross ice pass. That's tipped by Com. Grabbed by Smith, chipped off the wall, trying to get it to Banks out in front of him. Falcons will get it in their own end. Now they'll bring it near side, back to Com. He'll sauce it up in the air. Now grabbed by Banks. Banks will bring it into the Falcon zone. He'll take a shot wide net of the net. Grabbed by Smith back behind the net. Sends it up high to Com. That's blocked up front by the Falcons. Out into the neutral zone. Com can't get a clean pass off. Now stolen by Smith and re-stolen by the Falcons. They'll backhand it behind the net. Gunner and Cunningham are over there. Cunningham will come away with it. He gets tied up by one of the Falcons players. Now trickles out in the middle of the ice. And there's Com getting it to Banks. Banks will bring it in. And Com's offsides. Banks peeled off a little further to the right to get a wider angle. And Com was offsides. Face-off will be at neutral ice. Larson, Dunlap, and Smith check in. This will be Goins and McClin on the defense. And one back to McClin, chased by the Falcons. McClin will get there. Now he'll peel back deeper into the Knight zone, back behind the net. Pressured by the Falcons. Nice forecheck. Now McClin will send it off the boards, trying to get it to Smith. Smith will sauce it up back over here to McClin, right back to Smith. Smith will bring it in, loses it. Larson tried to grab it. Now Smith will get it once again to McClin. McClin will send it in deep to Dunlap. Up the boards, back up to McClin. Holds it in the blue line, backhands it back down low. Centered up front by Dunlap. Nobody there. Goins will keep it down low. Back to Dunlap. Off of Larson's stick. Now the Falcons will clear it. Out to neutral. Grabbed by Goins. And that's past everybody. We'll probably get an icing on this. No, they're going to wave it off. Falcons will grab it, cycle it behind Tamaris. Larson with a forecheck around Larson. Now the cross ice over to the right-hand side. McClin will start backpedaling. Falcons take it wide right. Try to center it up front. Shot saved by Smith. Saved by Smith again. Now grabbed by Fortner. Can't get it cleared. Falcons will hold it in right at the blue line. Deflected, goes off to the far corner. Now grabbed by Larson, can't get it cleared. Broken up by Prazel momentarily. That's deflected, goes up into the net. They'll blow it dead. Face off in the Knight zone. 12:22 remaining the first, no score. Fortner will stay in. In will come Neal. Cunningham, Com, and Prazel. Prazel's moved to the forward. That face-off's won by Neal to Fortner. Fortner will get it out in the neutral zone. Now pounds it ahead. Oh, Prazel falls down. Had a shot there on the left-hand side, but couldn't stay on his feet. Cunningham will hold it in. He'll send one over the blocker. Tamaris comes over near side. Neal will hold this in, sends it back down low. Prazel will give chase behind the net. Tries to center it up front to Neal. That's deflected by the Falcons. Now they'll sauce it out in the neutral zone. Comes right to Cunningham. He'll send it back into the Falcon zone. Falcons will chase. Fortner will chase after him. They'll cycle it back into the corner. Now up the right-hand side. Out into the neutral zone. They'll go around Fortner. Now backhands it. Comes right to Com. Com will send it right back out to neutral ice. Fortner will tip it off the boards trying to get it to Neal. Cunningham will send it into the Falcon zone. Neal and Fortner go to the bench. Cunningham with a shot. Glove save by Tamaris. Face off in the Falcon zone. 11:24 remaining in the first. No score. Back in comes Banks, Gunner, Smith, and Zwellenberg along with McClin and Goins. Face off one now stolen by the Falcons. Poked at by McClin. Gets it right back up to Smith. Smith will chip it off the wall, chase it down into the corner. Loose puck grabbed by Banks up the wall. He'll send it to McClin. McClin sends it back to Banks in the corner. Cross ice. Nobody home there for the Knights. Goins will hold it in right at the blue line. Now kicked out into neutral ice by the Falcons. Now he'll dump it wide of the net. Chipped off the boards. McClin can't hold this one in. Goins will chase after it. He'll wheel around the backside of the Smith. Chips it off the boards to Zwellenberg. That'll come over to Banks. Banks will bring it in. Loses it to a poke check by the Falcons. They'll turn around and go the other way, up the left-hand side. That's going towards Smith, and Smith will just poke it away. Grabbed by the Falcons in the corner. Whiffs on the pass. Now deflected. This will be grabbed by McClin. McClin will get it out to Banks. He's got a 2-on-1. Sends it up the middle between two Falcon players. Falcons will backhand it up against the wall. Now out into the neutral zone. This will be Com. Com over to Zwellenberg on the left. He'll skate it in to his forehand. Takes a shot. Tamaris with a save. Up the boards. That's going to be icing. Face off in the Falcon zone. 10 minutes remaining in the first. Com and Cunningham will stay out there. This will be Larson, Smith, and Dunlap. Face-off comes to Dunlap to Com. Com will take a shot. Tamaris with the save. Into the corner to Dunlap. Poked at by Com. Sends it back down low. Now it'll come out in the neutral zone. Right to Com. Com will send one down into the Falcon zone. Falcons will get this one back behind Tamaris. He'll wrap it around the boards. Pops up over a stick. Cunningham will hold it in, sends it back down low. Smith will chase after it. Falcons will try to clear it. Cunningham once again holds it in. Whiffs on the shot. Now the Falcons will get a clean break. Up the right-hand side. Tip down into the Knight zone. Takes a shot right into the gut of Smith. They'll blow it dead. Face-off will be in the Knight zone with 9:24 remaining in the first. In will come Becker and Moe. Neal, Fortner, and Prazel. Face-off grab by the Falcons. Centered up front, poked away by Fortner. Goes off wide of the net. Falcons will hold it in far side. Now they'll send it up to their D on the far right. Fortner loses his twig as he was trying to swipe at that one. Falcons hold it in. Comes out to Neal. He'll backhand it. Thought Fortner was there. Shot by the Falcons. Saved by Smith. Another save by Smith. Becker will get it over to Moe here in the near corner. He'll slap it off the boards. Comes out in the neutral zone. Neal will chase. Neal will come away with it. He comes left. Fortner goes right. Over to Fortner. Shoots. Save Tamaris. Oh! Nice pass by Neal, getting it over to Fortner. Kind of got chopped there by one of the Falcon sticks, so it was bobbling a little bit. Fortner couldn't get it clean onto his stick. Did get a shot on goal, but couldn't have any strength behind it to get it past Tamaris. Smith will win it over to Zwellenberg. Zwellenberg to Cunningham. He'll go D to D to Com. Com will send it back over to Zwellenberg. Up front, shoots and scores! Kansas City goal! Number 16, Hoyt Banks, from number 97, Henry Zwellenberg, and number 10, Evan Com. 16 Banks, 97 Zwellenberg, 10 Com. And with 8:28 remaining in the first, Knights strike first 1-0. Beautiful patient pass by Henry, waiting for that defense to come over. Banks was just sitting on the backside of the net. Out into the Knight zone, this will be Cunningham, sends it to Com. Com touch pass over to Banks. And Gunner's offsides.
He jumped the gun, so to speak.
What's that?
He jumped the gun, so to speak.
Gunner jumped the gun, as I was told. Face-off will come out to neutral ice at 8:07 remaining in the first. Richter, Diaz, Busher will check in. McClin and Goins. That'll come over near side. Falcons will get to it. They'll send it. Oh, hard bounce off the glass. Richter tries to clear it. Falcons holding it in. Shot blocked by Busher. Falcons hold it in at the blue line. Toe the blue line a little bit. Get an angle. Saved by Smith. Rebound grabbed by the Falcons. They'll bring it up high to the D. Poked away there by Goins. Can't get it cleared. Now Goins will get it cleared out in the neutral zone. Falcons will race back and grab this one. Cycle down into their own end. Arms in the air. They're going to wave this one off. McClin will get this. He'll wheel around Smith. Whoop, there we go. Sorry about that. Got a little glare on it. Here comes McClin up through the middle. Poked away and sent back into the Knight zone by the Falcons. Grabbed by Diaz back behind the net. Off the boards trying to get it to McClin. He'll take a body check up against the glass. Falcons come away with the puck. Deflected off of Mara for the Falcons. Goes back behind the net. Now a little chasing going on. Falcons centered up front. The only one there is Diaz. He'll tip it far wall and grab the puck up the right-hand side. Back check by the Falcons. Diaz will stay on it. Holds it in. Now sends it down low, waiting on his teammates. Here comes Dunlap. Here comes Larson. Dunlap will hold it in the corner. Larson's in there battling. Here comes Smith. He'll wait for the puck to trickle out. Now he'll sneak in, looking to pick that thing out. Now it trickles out right to Com. He'll take a shot wide left. And just trickled over the blue line, offsides. Face off back at neutral ice. 6:13 remaining in the first. Knights leading 1-0. Here come the Falcons up the left-hand side. Takes a shot, deflected way up into the netting. They'll blow that one dead. Face-off will be in the Knight zone. Knights will change it up. Back in comes Banks, Smith, and Zwellenberg. Cunningham and Com will stay in on the defense. Face-off will be far side. Face-off grab by Com, hard around the boards. Takes an odd bounce off the doors over there, right to one of the Falcons. They whiff on the shot. Now they'll backhand it up front, grabbed by Gunner. Gunner will slap it off the boards, trying to get it out ahead to Zwellenberg. Touched up by Tamaris. Falcons will take it around the back of the net. Off the boards, comes out in the neutral zone. This will come to Com. Com up through the middle, to the left, to his forehand. Takes it in deep, takes a body check up against the wall. Loses the puck. Falcons will grab this one back behind Tamaris. Now they'll bring it out up the right-hand side. Shot blocked by Gunner. Now kicked away by Com, over to Zwellenberg. Zwellenberg gets it to Banks. Gunner will stay onside. Banks in, puts on the brakes, now down into the corner, peels back towards the middle. Getting back checked, loses the puck, grabbed by the Falcons. They'll bring it up the left. Look for the cross-ice pass over here to the right. Now centered into the middle. Around McClin, centered up front. Nice tie up there by Cunningham. Stolen by McClin. He'll get it over to Banks. Banks quickly to Zwellenberg. Chips it off the wall. Zwellenberg left. Smith will stay right. Zwellenberg in. Takes a shot. Tries to get it over to Smith. Smith was tied up. Kicked back out to the neutral zone. This is grabbed by McClin. Now he'll dump it down into the Falcon zone. Back behind Tamaris will touch this one up. Pressured by Larson. Falcons reverse. Come over to the near side. Now McClin will hold it in and dump it in deeper down into the Falcon zone. Off the wall back behind Tamaris. Nice back check by Smith to hold it in. Now the Falcons will cycle it over near side. McClin will come over, holds it in, gets it to Smith. Smith's shot deflected off a Falcon, goes off the glass right to Larson. Dunlap will cycle down. He'll try to send it up towards Goins, but this is stolen by the Falcons. Now there's the cross ice. Nice job by McClin. Slaps that one down, gets it to Larson. Larson looks for the reverse check, and down he goes. Looks at the ref, says something. Touch pass comes right to Dunlap. Centered up front. Tamaris slaps it away. Now a blocker save off of Larson's shot. 3:25 remaining, and that's cleared by the Falcons, and we're going to get an icing. .323 remaining the first. Knights leading 1-0. Face-off will be in the Falcon zone. Smith, Banks, Zwellenberg, Comm, and Cunningham. Gunner wins it to Comm. Comm will send on up front, blocked by the Falcons, but goes right over the top of the net. Now Damaris will cover it up, and we'll do another face-off in the Falcon zone. Falcon defenseman kicked at it, and it bounced off his skate and just went over the top of the crossbar. Loose puck grabbed by Zwellenberg. He'll skate in, whiffs on his shot. Falcons will try to clear it. Comm sends it back down low. Banks will battle for it. Falcons will chip it off the boards. Comm can't hold it in. Look out. Oh, nice job by Cunningham. Now he'll peel back, try to get a little time and space. Sends it off the wall to Comm. Comm will skate it in, up the left. Takes a shot. Tamaris with another save. .248 remaining in the first. Face off in the Falcon zone. Smith will kick it to Comm. Comm will take a shot, bounces off a Falcon, goes straight to Cunningham. He'll try to center it. Falcons break that one up. Now it's a foot race for the puck. Cunningham will get to it first, wheels to the left. Pass blocked by the Falcons, now dumped into the Knight zone, and we're going to get an offsides. Or not an offsides, an icing, excuse me. Face-off will come back into the Falcon zone with 2:32 remaining in the first. And will come Neal, Fortner, and Prazel. Goins and McClin on the defense. Face-off grab by the Falcons is one ahead by Neal. They'll wrap it around the boards. Nice job by Fortner as he puts a body over there. Goins comes in. Blocker saved by Tamaris. Comes right to McClin. He'll take a shot, deflected, and goes wide of the net. Over to Neal. Neal will try to send it around the boards towards Prazel, but that's blocked by the Falcons. Now McClin battling forward up against the boards. Loose puck comes right to Prazel. He'll take a shot, goes wide of the net. Neal will race over, holds it in over the right-hand side, sends it back around the net. Over to Prazel in the near corner. Grabbed by the Falcons behind the net. Loose puck. Neal will poke at it, sends it back down into the far corner. Now the Falcons will get it cleared, looking for that cross-ice pass. Comes right to McClin. McClin will send it back the other way, tipped by Prazel. He'll take it up the right-hand side, sends it around the boards. Neal will come into the near corner. Falcons get to the puck. They'll chip it out in the neutral zone. This is McClin. Goes D to D over to Goins. Back over to McClin. Chips it ahead off the boards towards Prazel. Prazel checked up against the boards, loses the puck. Falcons will grab this one. They'll reel, put on the brakes back behind Damaris. Prazel will give a forecheck. In comes Larson. He'll get the steal. Tries to send it up the boards to McClin. Stolen by the Falcons. Now they'll dump it into the Knight zone. 55 seconds remaining as it's pinned up against the boards. Larson and McClin battling for it down there low. With two other Falcons. Goins waiting for it to trickle out. Now it trickles right to Goins' feet. He'll kick it off the boards towards Dunlap. Big check by the Falcons. Falcons goes down. Dunlap stays on his feet. Falcons come away with the puck. Somebody lost a mitt. That's one of the Falcons players. Now Larson will battle. Falcons come away. They'll send it up high to their D. Toes the blue line. And we're going to get a penalty up front. Dunlop blocked that one, and that's going to be Mara for the Falcons. And Goins, they're going to get them both. Because they were tied up down there in front of the net. One gets a cross-checking. Yeah, maybe they both get cross-checking. We'll skate 5-on-5. 26 seconds remaining in the first, so they'll be eligible to come out first dead whistle after 13:36 into the second. Gunner comes away with the puck from Banks. He'll chip it off the boards back to himself. Now dumps it into the Falcon zone. Final 10 seconds. Smith will chase after it. Around the boards. Comes up to Cunningham. He'll take a shot. Saved by Tamaris. Over to Zwellenberg. 3, 2, 1. Falcons got it. Forecheck by Smith. Loose puck. That's the end of the first. So after one, it's the Knights 1 and the Falcons 0. Shots on goal, 8 for the Knights with 1 goal. 7 shots on goal for the Falcons. No goals. I'm a pepper, you're a pepper. Wouldn't you like to be a pepper too? All right, intermission number 1. Over. Tamaris and Smith tap up each other there at the red line. Knights will bring out Smith, Zwellenberg, and Banks. Cunningham and Com on the defense. Offsetting penalties for the Knights and Falcons, so continue to skate 5-on-5. Face-off comes to Zwellenberg. He'll dump it down into the Falcon zone. Holds it in, kicks it over to Banks. Banks will take a shot, blocked by the Falcons. Now it'll be loose, comes over near walls. Zwellenberg will come over and grab it. Pulls back right in the center. Trying to get it over to Banks. Falcons tying Banks up front. Zwellenberg comes away behind the net. Now he'll get it over to Smith. Smith will send it up the wall towards Com. Com will send it back over to Smith. Back up to Com. That shot's deflected, goes over far corner. Banks will grab this one. Peels back up towards the center. Loses the puck. Cunningham can't hold it in. Out in the neutral zone it'll come. And they get behind. Cunningham takes a shot, shoots and scores. Turnover in the neutral zone. Led to a one-on-one breakout, and with 14:05 remaining in the second, Falcons tie it up at 1. Larson, Dunlap, and Smith will check in on the forwards. McClin and Moe on the defense. Smith will come away with the face-off. He'll bring it up the middle. He'll take a shot. Glove saved by Tamaris. Face-off brought near side by Larson, grabbed by Smith, wheels around, takes a shot just over the top of the net. Comes over near side, grabbed by the Falcons, out into the neutral zone. Now grabbed by Larson, he'll peel it back to Moe, pressured by the Falcons, back up to Larson, sends it center ice. This will be grabbed by McClin, he'll skate it in, right to the middle, takes a shot, blocked by the Falcons. Rebound by Smith, now covered by Tamaris. 13:33 remaining the second. Face-off will be in the Falcon zone. All tied up at 1. Banks, Smith, and Zwellenberg check back in along with Cunningham and Com. Face-off to Zwellenberg. Com will take a shot, deflected by the Falcons. Now he'll send another one up front, right to Banks. That goes wide of the net. And we're going to get a cross-check on the Falcon. Oh, on Banks. He was the one on the ice. So Falcons will go to the power play. Face-off will come down into the night zone with 13:23 remaining the second. Falcons will be on the power play for the next minute and a half. Face-off grab by the Falcons, kicked away by Smith. Up high to the Falcons D. They'll send it back into their left wing. Now cross ice over to their high D. Back over to their right wing. Sends it back up to their D once again. Over on the far right-hand side into their right wing. Now they'll backhand it over near side. That'll come out to the neutral zone. Falcons will have to get back on side. Pressured by Gunner, stolen by Zwellenberg. Up the right-hand side come the Falcons, down into the night zone. Blocked away there by Cunningham. Falcons hold it in. Up the left-hand side. Takes a shot right, blocked by Smith. Comes back up high. Blocked up front by the Knights. Falcons got it far side. They'll cross it over near side. Saved by Smith. Comes right to the stick of Cunningham. He'll clear it. Down into the Falcons zone. 25 seconds remaining on the Falcons power play. Stolen by Larson right at the blue line. Stolen by the Falcons at the blue line. Nice back check by Smith. Falcons will lose the puck. Goins will clear it down into the Falcon zone. 4 seconds remaining. Fortner comes in. Falcons with the puck. Can't get it cleared. Fortner will hold it in. Up the left-hand side. Now grabbed by the Falcons down low. Pressured by Larson. Up the right-hand boards come the Falcons. Fortner with the back check, pokes it away, comes to Com. He'll send it off the boards. Fortner and Larson slam into each other. Checking the wrong people. Shots blocked by Goins. Now to Com, back behind the net. Falcons got it. They'll bounce it back and forth behind the net. Now over to the near side to Larson. Larson gets it pinned up against the boards. Falcons will get it. Nice check there by Goins. Ooh, that was in the back. And the Falcons parents looking for a penalty, and I probably don't blame them. Refs are letting them play. Now grabbed by Com behind the net. Bounces off Smith's skates right to Fortner. Fortner will dump it into the Falcon zone. In comes Busher. Falcons will clear it up the left-hand side. Comes to Goins, will chip it off the boards almost over the glass. Now down into the Falcon zone. Prazel's in. Busher. And we're looking for a fifth player. Nobody's out there. And McClin finally climbs over the wall, but the play's blown dead. was the penalty? Did anybody see that? Huh? I thought we only had 4 out there. Too many on the ice was the penalty, and Falcons go to the power play. I thought we only had 4 players out there, so Banks did step over the boards with a minute left on his penalty, and Goins came on, so I'm wondering if that was it. McClin will backhand it out into the Falcon zone. 9:55 remaining in the second, tied at 1. Falcons are on the power play. Up the left-hand side come the Falcons. Right around Cunningham. Tried to center back up front. Poked away by Smith. That'll come out into the neutral zone. Down into the Falcon zone. Falcons will get to it first. Smith will get a forecheck on. Nice job by Smith. Nobody there for the Knights to hold that thing in. And here come the Falcons, though, the other way. Up the left-hand side. Pulls back. Shot. Saved by Smith. Kicks it over into the corner. Cunningham will battle for it. Now around the backside of the net. They'll send it up high. Held up right at the blue line. They'll come D to D near side. Takes a shot wide left. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Falcons up high, far side D, now into their corner on the wing. They'll kick it up, that's deflected. Richter chased after it, couldn't get to it. Falcons hold it in. Now to Com, hard off the boards. Falcons can't hold it in. That's the end of the power play. Goins comes racing in. This will be Cunningham. Hard off the glass, and that's going to be an icing. Face-off back in the Knight zone with 8:38 remaining the first, tied at 1. Smith, Banks, Zwellenberg. Goins will stay in there along with McClin on the defense. Cunningham and Com will hit the bench. Smith wins it back into the corner to Goins. He'll slap it off the boards hard. Wraps at the far side. Falcons can't hold it in. Zwellenberg will get it to Banks. Banks up the right-hand side. Tries to pull back. Falcons steal it from him, and now it goes into the corner. Banks will battle for it down low. And we got a delayed penalty on the Falcons. Smith goes to the bench. Zwellenberg will dump it. Gets it to Smith. 6th skater in. That's Diaz. Diaz has got the puck. Tries to send it up front. Falcons will touch it. Now Knights will go to the power play on a hooking call for the Falcons. Not sure what Larson went to the locker room for, but here he comes back out on the ice just in time for this power play. 8:10 remaining in the second, tied at 1. Banks, Wellenberg, Smith, Com, and Cunningham. Falcons will backhand it near side. Now they'll clear it up the boards. Around the backside, touched up by Smith. He'll touch it over to Com. Falcons will retreat. Knights will try to set it up. Quick outlet pass right to Smith. Smith to Zwellenberg. Smith brings it in. Saved by Tamaris. Smith tried the rebound, missed on it. Cunningham will hold it in. Toes the blue line, gets a different angle. Up in the air. Oh, Smith can't get to it. Calling for a high stick. Not going to get that call. Cleared out by the Falcons. Grabbed by Cunningham. Down in the Knight zone. He'll bring it up the left-hand side. Tries to center it, takes it back down behind the net, loses the puck. Falcons will come away, they'll clear it. Com dived for it, couldn't get to it. Smith will touch it up, 35 seconds left in the power play. He'll kick it over to Zwellenberg. Right to Banks in the middle. Has his pocket picked. Cleared by the Falcons, grabbed by Com, 20 seconds remaining. Com will bring it up the right-hand side. Now pulls back to the middle. Back check by the Falcons. Gets a shot off, just goes wide of the net. Comes over near side. Zwellenberg will hold it. Crosses ice. Over to Cunningham. He'll take a shot. Glove saved by Tamaris. 4 seconds remaining on the power play. Face off in the Falcon zone. 6:43 remaining in the second. Larson, Smith, and Dunlap will check in. Goins and McClin on the defense. Pops up high to Goins. Goins will skate in. Bounces one off a Falcons player. Now McClin will send it into the corner. Falcons are back to full strength. Comes up high to Goins. Goins will send it back down into the corner. Dunlap pinned up against the boards. Loose puck comes over to Larson. He'll bounce it off the boards up to McClin. He'll put on the brakes, sends it back down in the corner to Larson. Centered up front. Bo's battling for it. Falcons are battling for it. Kicked up front, now grabbed by the Falcons. Stolen by Larson before it gets to the blue line. Larson will chip it over the low glass. I think he thought that glass was a little higher. Out of play goes the puck. Face-off will be in the, come out to neutral ice, I think. Oh, no. Penalty on the Falcons. Cross-checking. So it'll face off here in the Falcon zone. Zwellenberg, Smith, and Banks. Com and Cunningham. Grabbed by the Falcons. Wrapped around the boards. Comes over near side. Cunningham will step up, holding it in. Falcons will try to clear it. Zwellenberg will hold it. Now he'll send it over to Banks. Banks will take a shot, goes wide of the net. Comes over near side to Gunner. Gunner back up to Cunningham. They'll go D to D. Over to Com. Com will skate in. Just over the glove of Tamaris. Wrapped around the boards, held by Cunningham. Sent back down low to Smith. And stolen by the Falcons. Nice back check by Cunningham. Chipped off the boards. That'll come right out to Banks. Banks to the right. Takes a shot. Blocker save Tamaris. Goes off into the far corner. Kicked up high by Smith, trying to get it to Zwellenberg. He loses the puck, comes out in the neutral zone. Whoa, look out, coach. Falcons tried to clear it off the boards and went straight into the Knights bench. Face-off will come down into the Falcon zone. 34 seconds remaining on the Knights power play with 5:09 remaining in the second. In will come Neal. This will be Smith and Dunlap. McClin and Larson. Falcons finally come away with it, cleared out into the Knight zone. McClin will race back, touched up by Smith. He'll get it to McClin. He'll chip it off the boards, trying to get it to Neal. Falcons get the steal. They'll skate in, takes a shot, saved by Smith. Larson will clear it over near side. Falcons will hold it in. That's the end of the power play. Falcons back to full strength. McClin with the puck, trying to get it to Neal. Stolen by the Falcons. Shot saved by Smith. Saved by Smith again. There's a shot. Blocker saved by Smith. High up off the D. Another save by Smith. Falcons are peppering them right now. Knights can't get it cleared. Now they'll get it. Smith will get it out. Falcons will hold it in. Now popped up into the neutral zone. Falcons will have a delayed offsides. This will slow things down for a minute. McClin will come and get it. Back behind Smith. Kicked off the boards. Falcons hold it in at the blue line. Send it back. Smith with the save. Rebound. Smith with another save. And a shot, shoots and scores. .343 remaining in the second. Falcons take the lead 2-1. Knights needing one more player out here on the ice. Fortner and Prazel's out here. Now here comes Busher. Com and Cunningham on the defense. Falcons come away with the face-off. Taken into the Knight zone. Now stolen by Com. Com will race it up through the center. Now he'll go off to the left. Takes a shot. Saved by Tamaris. Right to the stick of Fortner. He'll take a shot. Saved by Tamaris again. Now Tamaris will cover it up. Face-off will be in the Falcon zone with 3:23 remaining in the second. Face-off to Cunningham. Bounces one up front, deflected by the Falcons. Wellenberg's got it behind the net. Now that pass is blocked by the Falcons. Sent over to the far side. Banks will try to get it to Com. Com will get a shot off. Now the Falcons will clear it. This should be an icing. Face-off cleared by the Falcons. Comes out to neutral zone. This will be Cunningham. He'll bounce it off the boards right to the feet of Com. Com will backhand it. Comes over far side to Zwellenberg. Zwellenberg will skate in to his forehand. Tried to get it to Gunner, streaking through the middle just out in front of him. Now Gunner will send it up high to Cunningham, or Com. That pass or shot is deflected. Grabbed by the Falcons. Now they'll bring it up the left-hand side. Centered up front, grabbed by Com. Can't get it cleared. Falcons hold it in, take a shot. Blocker saved by Smith. Now cleared by Cunningham. That'll be an icing on the Knights. It'll come back into the Knight zone with 2:21 remaining in the second. Falcons leading 2-1. Larson, Dunlap, and Smith, Bojangles. Goins and McClin. Face-off grab by the Falcons, up high to their D. Now they'll send it back down into the near corner. Centered up front, takes a shot wide of the net. Cleared by McClin out in the neutral zone. This will be grabbed by the Falcons. Now it's blocked by Larson. That's sent into the Falcon zone. Falcons will try to clear it up the far boards right out front. Now they'll gain control and they'll clear it. This should be another icing, and we're going to get a penalty on somebody. Oh, nope, he put his arm down. Falcons controlling it far side. Now to be grabbed by Dunlap. Up the left-hand side will come Dunlap. Back check by the Falcons, loses the puck. Falcons gain control. They'll bring it into the Knight zone. Up the left-hand side. Backhand across the front of the net. Falcons will send it around back behind Smith. Larson over here near corner. He'll try to clear it. Pops out in the neutral zone. Falcons will have a delayed offsides. Grabbed by Larson. Poked away by the Falcons. Cleared by Larson. Falcons will grab this one. They'll take a shot, and they're going to call delayed offsides. Quick outlet pass, Larson to Smith. Up the left-hand side. Oh, he takes a big check up against the boards, and he's down. Bo Smith went to the penalty box. I think we got a bench penalty on that. So the face-off will come back into the Knights zone. Face-off will come to neutralize. Falcons go to the power play, I think. No, it will be a 5-on-5 skate. Not really sure why Bo's in the penalty box then. Falcons with the face-off win. They'll bring it in up the right-hand side. Drop pass left for their D. They'll take a shot wide of the net. Grabbed by Cunningham down low. He'll peel back through the center. Now up the right-hand side, he'll push the puck. Takes it into the Falcon zone. Takes a shot. Glove saved by Tamaris. Face-off won by the Knights. Cunningham can't get it cleared in. Falcons get the steal. Nice back check by Cunningham as he picked his pocket at the red line. Falcons will try to clear it around the boards. That's the end of the period. And after 2, it's the Falcons 2, the Knights 1. Shots on goal, 18 shots for the Knights with 1 goal. 2 goals by the Falcons with 19 shots on goal. We got 5 skaters out there. Why is he?
To me, like their kid got ejected, and then Bo came in third.
Oh. Because I did see him do this, but.
But they didn't call a head contact.
So we'll head off to the third. 15 minutes will go on the clock. Championship period. Knights trailing 2-1. Gunner sitting over still on the bench after that check he took, so that'll bring Dunlap into a spot. So we'll go Zwellenberg, Dunlap, Banks, Com, and Cunningham. Assuming that'll rotate Neal up into Dunlap's spot, or Bo's spot, since he's in the penalty box, either one. Face-off won by the Falcons. They'll retreat back into their own zone. Now they'll go D to D far side. Pushed ahead, Zwellenberg right there, slows it up. Dunlap gets a steal, gets it back to Zwellenberg through the middle of the ice. Up to the left-hand side, takes a shot. Glove saved by Tamaris. Face-off will be in the Falcon zone. 19 seconds underway in the third period. Knights trailing 2-1. Face-off won by Dunlap to Banks. His shot's blocked by the Falcons. They'll try to clear it. Cunningham holds it in. Shot saved by Tamaris into the glove. Not blown dead. Now the Falcons will come the other way, up the left-hand side. Shot goes wide of the net, comes over to the near side. Falcons will hold it in. Down goes one of the Falcons. Refs didn't call a cross-check, and now they got an arm in the air. Let's see what they're going to get. We're going to get an interference on somebody. And I believe it's Banks. So the Falcons will go to the power play. So Neal, Fortner, Prazel. Oh, and they called it offsetting, interference on both. So we'll skate 5-on-5. There will be no power play. So Neal, Fortner, Prazel. Goins and McClin. Face off won by the Falcons. They'll toe the blue line. Shot saved by Smith. Cycled up the boards. Neal can't get to it. Falcons hold it in. Shot goes wide of the net. Goes over to the far side. Fortner will chase after it. Falcons hold it in at the blue line. Pressured by Goins. Now Neal will clear it off the boards out into the neutral zone. Falcons retreat back into their own zone. Cleared it up the left-hand side. This will go to Goins in the night zone. He'll go D to D over here towards McClin. Chips it off the boards, trying to get it ahead to Neal. Now Neal will skate it in, dumps it into the Falcon zone, and he'll chase after it. Falcons will get to it behind the net, cycles it over to the far side. Touch pass goes right to Goins. That's blocked by the Falcons up front. Here come the Falcons on their breakout up the right-hand side. Now a cycle all the way over to the left side. Sends it off the board. Prazel with the body check, and now we're going to get a penalty on Prazel. Roughing, and the Falcons will go to the power play now. That'll bring in Cunningham and Comm to the defensive side. Larson and Neal will stay out there. See if they can kill off this minute and 30-second power play. Ooh, 2 people went to the box. Cleared by Larson off the boards. That goes to Cunningham. He'll slap it off the glass down into the Falcon zone. Got 4 people in the box, but really sure why Diaz is in there. Falcons from behind the net. Kicks it over near side. Now cross ice pass far side. Falcons will bring it in up the right. Cunningham will send them wide. Back behind the net. Up to their D. They'll take a shot wide left of the net. Held in right at the blue line. Over to the right wing. Takes a shot deflected by Comm. Goes behind the net. Grabbed by the Falcons. They'll send it up high to their D. Neal will poke at it. Now they cross ice up to the near D. Held in right at the blue line. Larson will swipe at it. Tried to get it to Neal. Neal was already past the puck. Falcons dump it in, grabbed by Cunningham. He'll clear it off the boards all the way down into the Falcon zone. 15 seconds remaining on the power play for the Falcons. Larson will stand in front of the net. Off to the right-hand side they go. Now cross ice over near side. Poked away by Comm. Stays in the zone. McClin's over there. He pokes at it. Richter will try to clear it. Has his pass blocked. Diaz comes in. Shot goes wide of the net. Knights are back to full strength. Cleared by the Knights. Straight to Tamaris, so no icing. He'll block this one up. Kicks it over to the side. Diaz is right there with a forecheck. They'll cycle it back behind. Up the right-hand side. Tipped off the boards past Richter. Blocked by Busher. Grabbed by Richter. Now loose at the red line. Busher will slap at it. Sends it into the Falcon zone with 1:13 remaining in the game. Pressured by Diaz. Now blocked by Busher once again. Backhander by the Falcons goes down into the night zone. This will be Comm. And we got an arm up in the air. And the Falcons are going to get a penalty. Now the boxes kind of clear out a little bit. Ooh, and a game misconduct. Gave him a trip, but then a game misconduct. I've never seen a game misconduct off a tripping penalty. So the Knights will go to the power play. Dunlap, Banks, Wellenberg in there. Com and Cunningham. He must have said something to the refs. Face-off won by the Falcons. Bounce off the boards back behind Tamaris. Over to the near side. Banks will hold it in. Peels back to the left. Tries to come back to his forehand. Falcons will clear it. Sauced it high up in the air into the Knight zone. Touched up by Smith. Over to Cunningham. Hard off the boards right to the Falcons. They'll take a shot over the top of the net. This will come to Dunlap. Now cleared out into the neutral zone, cleared by the Falcons. Now up ahead to Com from Banks. Com will bring it in, up the center. To his forehand, takes a shot. Tamaris with the save. Right back to Com, back behind the net. 30 seconds remaining on the power play. Com will lose it, comes right to Cunningham. He'll take a shot, deflected right up front. Dunlap battling for it. Grabbed by the Falcons, cleared by the Falcons. Oh, can't get it out of the zone. Cunningham holds it in. His pass blocked by the Falcons. Now they'll clear it. Up ahead quickly to Zwellenberg. Over to Banks. And Com's going to get a penalty. Going to get him for roughing or interference by the Falcons. Roughing by Com. So that'll be offsetting. So the Knights will stay out there. 3 seconds remaining on their power play. Neal, Larson, Busher. McClin and Goins. Larson will go to center. Neal to the left, or to the right. Busher to the left. Face-off won by Larson. Goes way back. That's the end of the power play. Falcons are to full strength. Goins will bring it D to D over to McClin. McClin up ahead to Busher. Busher back over to Goins for a little time and space. Dumped in by Goins. Grabbed by the Falcons. Out into the neutral zone. Grabbed by Goins. He'll send it back into the Falcon zone. Back behind the net. Now they'll cross ice over near side. Up the right-hand side. Takes a shot. Blocker saved by Smith. Goes up into the net. Out of play. Face-off in the Knight zone. 8:55 remaining. 2-1 Falcons. Larson wins it ahead. Falcons get it, shoots, and deflected. Goes past the blocker, right leg of Smith into the back of the net. And the Falcons will take the lead 3-1. Dunlap, Zwellenberg, and Banks. Morrison and Cunningham. Won by Dunlap, right back to Cunningham. He'll bring it over near side. This will be grabbed by Zwellenberg. He'll backhand it down into the Falcon zone. Banks will give chase. Falcons will get to it. Dunlap holds it in, goes right into the glove of Tamaris. Blown dead, face off in the Falcon zone with 8:40 remaining in the game. Face off won by the Falcons. Clearing can't get, oh! Down goes Dunlap. Dunlap and Herbert got into a little mess. Down goes Herbert, he loses his bucket. And he'll have to go off the ice after losing his helmet. And he'll just switch out the whole line. Falcons win the faceoff, try to clear it. Held in by Cunningham momentarily. Now it bounces over the blue line. Cunningham will send it back into the Falcon zone. Falcons will grab this one. They'll come D to D near side. Bounces a pass. Goes right up into the girdle of Zwellenberg. Falls out. Falcons will grab the puck in their own zone. Falcons up through the middle. Whiffs on the pass, trying to clear it into the right. Bounces off the glass, hits one of those metal dividers, drops straight into the center of the ice. Falcons grab it. They'll come around the backside of Smith. Now they'll send it down into the corner. Falcons hold it far side. Morrison and one of the Falcons going at it. They'll clear it around the boards. Tipped up in the air right to the center of the ice. Cunningham will go to the penalty box. Falcon will go to the penalty box, so this will be offsetting. They'll stay 5-on-5. One was high sticking. The Falcons got high sticking. I'm not sure what Cunningham's was. So Banks, Dunlap, and Zwellenberg on the forward line. Goins and McClin on the defense. Face off neutral ice. 7:35 remaining in the game. Nope, now they'll take it into the night zone. Falcons leading 3-1. Banks wins that one way ahead. Goes all the way down into the Falcon zone. He continues to chase after it. Falcons get there. Now held in by McClin. Loose puck right in the center of the ice. McClin comes away with it. Tries to center it. Blocked by the Falcons. Falcons will come back right through the middle to the backhand. Saved by Smith. Rebounds. Saved by Smith. The Falcons were cheering, and I think it's in Smith's glove. They thought it went in the net. Smith had it from his belly, just reached his left arm back there and snagged that puck. Nice job, Trent, keeping this thing at 3-1, keeping the Knights in it. I think the Falcons are arguing that his glove went back behind the net after he caught the puck. Refs say nope. Here's a shot, saved by Smith again, goes off into the far corner. Goins will try to get to this one, misses on the pass. Now Banks will swipe at it. Down goes Goins. Banks will come away with it. He'll get it out to Dunlap. Bounces off Dunlap's stick straight to Zwellenberg. Zwellenberg will put on the brakes. Comes to the center of the ice. Sends it up front. Falcons got everybody tied up. They'll come away with the puck. Sauced it high up into the air into the near corner. Chases after it. Loses the puck. McClin was down there. He can't grab a hold of it. Sent up the boards. Shot blocked by Banks. Comes out to neutral ice. This will be Zwellenberg. He'll skate in. Backhander. Tamaris with a save. Rebound. Dunlap. Still loose. And Tamaris with another save off Zwellenberg's shot. Holy cow. Both goaltenders coming up big here, laying down on the ice, coming up with the puck somehow. Knights with a couple opportunities, couldn't get it in there. This will be Neal, Smith, and Larson. Bo Smith. Shot off the face-off, covered by Tamaris. Becker and Comm on the defense. Neal and Larson will switch spots. Neal will go to the right, Larson to center. He'll win it over towards Neal. Neal will try to backhand it to Becker. Poked away by the Falcons, comes out to neutralize. This will be Comm. He'll put on the brakes, loses the puck. Falcons will send it back down low. Becker will try to go after this one behind the net. Pop up in the air, goes off to the far corner. Blocked by Comm up front. Now sent out to center ice. Into the Falcon zone. Larson will give chase. Here come the Falcons the other way. They got a 3-on-2. Smith back checking quick. Shot goes wide of the net. Goes off to the far side. Sent back behind the net over to the near corner. Comm's right there. Falcons there. Here comes Smith. Loose puck. This will come to Larson. He'll get it up to Neal. Tries to touch pass. Can't get it cleared out of the zone. Sent back down low. Falcons will get fresh legs on. Here comes Becker with it from behind the net. Sent over far side. Kick back into the Knight zone. Right to Comm. Comm will send it off the boards, trying to get it ahead to Larson. Larson will send it into the Falcon zone. 5 minutes remain in the game. Knights trailing 3-1. In comes Richter. Held in by Busher. Now grabbed by the Falcons. They'll come D to D near side. Kicked up the right-hand side. They'll bring it in the right-hand side. Saved by Smith. Kicked off to the far side. Grabbed by Comm. Hard around the boards over to the near side. Busher's there out in front of him. Falcons hold it in. They'll take a shot. Busher with a big hit. And he's going to go to the box on this one once Becker touches it up. And Busher's going to go get himself a minute and a half for roughing. Praisel's out of the box on his misconduct. And minute and a half will go on the board for this one. So Falcons to the power play with 4:27 remaining in the game, leading 3-1. Falcons win the face-off, send it back into the near corner, grabs it down low. Becker and Comm are there. They'll send it around the boards. Up high to their D. Far side, over to their left winger. Brings it up high to their right D. Blocked by Fortner. Cycle back up to their right D again. Now sent down into the right wing. Becker's right there. They'll go around Becker, looking to center it. Fortner can't get it cleared. Falcons hold it. Now they'll send it over to right wing, down into the corner, look to center it off of Becker. Falcons maintain control. Now they'll go D to D. Takes a big shot, deflected by Comm up front. Falcons will hold it in. Now it goes past Becker, back behind the net. Over far side, this will be grabbed by Comm. Being pressured, down goes Comm. Loose puck, grabbed by Smith, he'll clear it. Straight to Tamaris, he'll cover it up, they'll blow it dead. Face-off will be in the Falcon zone. 3:14 remaining in the game. 17 seconds remaining on the Falcons power play, leading 3-1 in this championship game. And the Falcons just got a penalty. I didn't see what the call was. Timeout, Knights. Did you see what that penalty was, Josh?
Tripping, and then down here it was roughing.
I knew the roughing one on the Falcons was tripping. Okay.
Tripping on Tom. Two Tom. And they're over there yelling, and he's holding his stick. It's like, no, he fucking put his foot right in front of him. I mean, they were both bad for us. That's just how it functions. Big deal.
So we'll skate 4-on-4 after this timeout for 17 seconds. Then the Knights are going to go to the power play. I would imagine we'll see Smith being pulled here anytime soon, also trailing 3-1. Try to make it a 6-on-4. So the Knights will bring out Com, Goins, Banks, and Zwellenberg for this 4-on-4. Face-off won by Zwellenberg, but back behind Com and Banks. So Com will get it in the neutral zone. Com up the right-hand side. He'll take it into the Falcon zone. Takes a shot, saved by Tamaris. That's the end of the power play. Busher goes to the bench. Dunlap comes out. Puck's in the neutral zone. Big check by Goins. Now Zwellenberg's got it in the Knight zone. Power play to the Knights. Quick outlet pass, cross ice over to Dunlap, but he can't get a hold of it. Stays in the zone, grabbed by Com. Sauced up high to Goins. Uh-oh. He takes a shot off of one of the Falcons. Now we got a breakaway. Shoots and scores. Short-handed goal by the Falcons. 2:30 remaining, and they lead 4-1. Dunlap, Larson, Smith will check in for this faceoff. Com and Prazel. Grabbed by Smith. He'll send it over far side. Dunlap will send it into the Falcon zone. Falcons will get to it. Clears it off the glass. Dunlap can't hold it in. Comes to Prazel in the neutral zone. He'll send it to Com. Com cross ice off the boards to Smith. Poked away there by the Falcons. They'll bring it up the left-hand side, dump it into the Knight zone. 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Touch pass by Larson, stolen by the Falcons. Now poked away by the Falcons again. Prazel far side of the ice, 2-1. That's the end of the power play. Smith will send one to Morris with the save. Comes over near side to Larson. He'll cycle it up to Com. Com will send it back down low towards Larson. Kicked out by the Falcons. Now foot race for the puck. Falcons will get there. They'll take a shot. Blocked by Prazel. He'll backhand it. Knocked down by the Falcons. And now finally cleared by the Knights. They're not going to call icing on this. 1:10 remaining in the game. Knights will bring out some new legs. In will come Neal. Falcons holding it back behind the net. Clearing pass grabbed by Zwellenberg. He'll skate in. Backhand. Comes around the back of the net. And now we're going to get a penalty on the Falcons as Neal went down. And they're going to get number 71, cross-checking on number 71. Now the Knights will switch it up with 48 seconds remaining in the game. They go to the power play, trailing 4-1. Richter, Diaz, Fortner in, Morrison, and Becker. Richter will win it over to Diaz. Falcons will try to clear it. They'll get it past Becker out in the neutral zone. Becker will backhand it over here near side. Fortner chops at it, comes straight to Richter. Richter will bring it in. Over to Diaz. Loses the puck, far wall. Kicked high up into the air, slapped down by Becker. Falcons come away with it. Now it'll trickle over to Morrison. Morrison will send it over near side. Kicked out in the neutral zone to Diaz. Diaz will take a shot right over the glove of Tamaris. Final 10 seconds, and that's going to end this one. Chesterfield is going, that's going to be icing. They'll just wave it off. 2 seconds, 1. Chesterfield is going to win the championship game 4-1. Nice weekend by the Knights. Came up short in the championship game. A few too many mistakes, a few too many penalties. We'll see if we can clean it up. We'll be back next week. JV tournament up in St. Joe. JV1 and JV2 will be in action. Some of these players are for the varsity are also on JV1, so you'll see some of those same names, some new names. And the JV2 will be in action. We'll get those broadcast to you Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then the following weekend, as of right now, will be another varsity tournament. That'll be in St. Joe also. Then we'll head to Springfield for the Jamboree, the preseason Jamboree, and get ready to kick off the regular season conference action. So stay here for a few moments, I think, for the medal ceremony. Chesterfield Falcons getting the revenge game in the championship. Chesterfield getting their medals, and then they'll come over and shake the hands of the Knights. All right, that'll end the medal ceremony. Final score from Winsfield. It's the Chesterfield Falcons 4, the Kansas City Knights 1. We'll see you next Friday night for JV tournament action up in St. Joe. Thanks for joining us.